A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Blankenship out for the point after.
And it is now 21-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the second half?
He put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
Speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Rolling to his right.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. And let's get that home. Check 4, check 37.
Back to throw.
Huntley. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Huntley. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, Wentz. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Julian Blackmon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Corey Willis.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Sliding out of the pocket.
That's going to be caught by Alley Cox.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll try the left side. McCrary. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
He'll try again.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Huntley. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. On 3rd down, Huntley. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Wentz. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Back to throw. Huntley forced out to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Colts. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wentz. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man right side, Myers. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Coltsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. On 1st down, McCrary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Huntley. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Hines. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wentz's throw there complete to Myers. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw is Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Into the hands of Patrick, left side. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Now, Wentz again. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that's checked down to Gordon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Again, it's Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll get this out wide to Singletary.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a...
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
69 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run with Hines. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. McCrary. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. K.J. Hamler returning it.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring